गुड मॉर्निंग इंडिया, गुड मॉर्निंग यूएस, गुड आफ्टरनून, गुड इवनिंग इंडिया बोलते हुए आप सबको भारत अन्वेषण कार्यक्रम में स्वागत करता हूँ। आपका दोस्त, आपका होस्ट राजीव कुलकर्णी फिर एक बार। आज का दिन है फरवरी 16, 2025। हाँ जी, 16 दिन फरवरी के ऐसे गुजर गए जैसे कि एक चुटकी जैसे बजाते हैं ना, वैसे। तो आज का दिन बहुत ही स्पेशल दिन है क्योंकि आज हमारे साथ एक स्पेशल गेस्ट है जिनके बारे में आपको सबको पता है, क्योंकि हम उनके बारे में पोस्टर में भी डाले हैं और यूट्यूब लिंक में भी उनके बारे में डिस्क्रिप्शन में डाले हैं। लेकिन उनके बारे में जानने के लिए और आज का ये प्रोग्राम के बारे में जानने के लिए आपको थोड़ा सा इंतज़ार करना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि हर इतवार को हम प्रोग्राम शुरू होने के पहले भगवान को ज़रूर याद करते हैं। आज भी हम भगवान को याद करके ये कार्यक्रम शुरू करेंगे। आइए।
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna.
Good morning to the Dallas viewers and good evening to our Indian viewers. अभी का टाइम है 9:35 यहाँ पे डैलस में, विच इज़ अ सेंट्रल स्टैंडर्ड टाइम ऑफ यूएस, और 9:05 इंडिया में हो रहा है। आज का ये कार्यक्रम बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग और बहुत ही इम्पॉर्टेंट भी है, क्योंकि आज हमारे साथ एक बहुत ही इम्पॉर्टेंट गेस्ट है। लेकिन उसके पहले मैं आप सबको मैं थैंक यू बोलना चाहता हूँ। हर इतवार को आप अपना ये कीमती समय देते हैं और ये कार्यक्रम देखते हैं और हमको सपोर्ट करते हैं। थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर दैट टू ऑल द ऑडियंस एंड ऑल्सो टू ऑल द सपोर्टर्स जो हमको सपोर्ट करते हैं। और आपके सपोर्ट के बिना ये चैनल चलाना बहुत ही चैलेंजिंग रहेगा। और सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट सपोर्ट जो है हमारा ANV पर्सपेक्टिव, जो संदीप सदानंदप्पा जो बेंगलोर में बैठे हैं, हमारा टेक्निकल गुरु है और टेक्निकली हमको हमेशा सपोर्ट करते हैं। अगर बेंगलोर में कोई भी इवेंट आपको करना हो, ऑनलाइन हो या ऑफलाइन, डेफिनेटली संदीप इज़ द पर्सन टू बी कॉन्टैक्टेड। ही इज़ एक्सट्रीमली ग्रेट इन टेक्निकल अप्रोच। चलिए, आज हम आपको हमारे गेस्ट के बारे में दो चार बातें बोलूँगा। He is a prominent figure in Dallas, Texas area, known for his leadership and extensive experience in finance and community service. He serves as the president and director of Avighna Solution LLC, a company that offers personalized financial services to individuals and businesses. He has more than 37 years of experience in accounts and finance, and he has managed companies across the Middle East, Africa, Asia Pacific, South Asia, and North America. His expertise includes retirement and financial planning, cash flow management, budgeting, and of course, risk management. In addition to his professional endeavors, he is deeply involved in the local community, and जिसके बारे में आज हम बात कर रहे हैं। He currently holds the position of the president of the Indian Association of North Texas. In short, we call it as IANT, Indian Association of North Texas, where he actively promotes Indian culture and community engagement in the Dallas area. Under his leadership, IANT has organized various cultural events, including performances at FC Dallas games, showcasing the richness of Indian traditions. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our own Amchegele, Mr. Rajiv Kamat, the president of IANT, to our show, Bharat Anveshan. Welcome to the show, Rajiv. Good morning, and I'm sorry that I had to wake you up early morning on Sunday to attend this show, because Sunday ka din thoda sa, especially when it is too cold out here, it's quite challenging to come very well dressed up and attend the show. Welcome to the show, sir. How are you this morning?
Thanks, Rajiv, for getting me on the show, and thanks to the audience who's out over there. It's always a pleasure to be connected to people and to explain things, and so that they are also well educated, and they can also understand how they can make a difference to the community, and that's I'm always there for.
Absolutely, Rajiv. You are known for that. Whatever, at least I have been following you for the last several years, and whatever the community activities happens, community services happens, you are always there. Rajiv Kamat's name is always there, always attached, and no wonder that you are holding such a prestigious post today of heading the Indian Association of North Texas, and congratulations for that to you. And I'm pretty sure under your leadership, this association will take to the next level that we are all hoping for under this North Texas activities. So Rajiv, before we proceed on the IANT activities and what are the community activities are happening and how IANT plays a vital role in the Indian community here, so for, the people definitely would like to know where are you originally from, how long you have been here, etc., and your background, if you could please.
Yeah, sure, Rajiv. So basically, I'm my forefather, my grandfather has shifted from Karnataka, from a place named Kundapur. So
Okay.
my dad's side are from Kundapur and my mom's side are from Udupi. So even my grandfather from my mom's side also had come. So both of them migrated to Bombay, and that's where I was born and brought up in Bombay. So that's the reason I've been staying in Bombay for so many years. I've been like a cosmopolitan person, able to converse in various languages. Uh, that's where I started my work journey. I started my studies out over there, but I could not complete a lot of things that I had started off. But by God's grace, I've always been heading the finance division of my companies wherever I used to work with. And fortunately, I started out with a company named Global Telesystems in India, and through them, I traveled the world across. I was there with them for around 16 years. And prior
Oh,
to that, my US connection started when I was in working with the earlier company, which was into merchant banking and finances. And that's where we had a collaborator based across in New York. That's where I used to travel to US and go back. But that always used to be that, hey, am I going to be out over here? One day I should be there, but you don't know how destiny changes, right? So
yeah.
that's when one fine day my boss asked me that I was when I was in India, I was managing the Asia Pac and the SAARC operations from India, and from there they wanted me to go on an assignment to Dubai. So I was there in Dubai for nearly 6 years. And from Dubai, I was managing the Middle East, Africa, and the Europe operations as the CFO for various countries across over there. And that's where my journey on finance got more and more what you call cemented. And because finance is something I love a lot. I
Okay.
in Hindi में बोलते हैं finance का कीड़ा उस हिसाब से people call me that, but it's fun. I like and all they always I always tell people that you should do something that you believe in a lot,
Right.
something that you love doing, do it so it is stress free. And finance is something I love doing it always. And through my whole journey with this company, I've been to various countries, managed various countries in the world. And finally, my destiny brought me to US in 2013. So
Okay.
after that, I've been now across over here, and I left that company, started my own business. Then I joined another again same telecom. It was a telecom services provider. So and we were the global partners for the OEM suppliers worldwide. That's where that's the reason it took me to so many countries to decide where we enter the country, when we exit the country, how to manage the financials. So my basic work was to turn around companies at every location. So some of those locations used to be because every country has its own peculiarities, right?
Right.
So based on those peculiarity of the region, managing things, understanding the local concepts, the ethics or we call the etiquettes of those places, how to manage the local partners. A lot of things was there. And my background, because I was quite social in my work, my activities, and my community services, I could connect with people very fast, and that brought a lot of successes to the local entities which were there, and that's where my bosses were very happy, and they were banking me on everything. And by God's grace, I was able to sustain that and bring them whatever results they wanted. And
Excellent.
I've been in the finance and the telecom industry most of my life.
So basically, this Avighna software solutions is engaged in finance and other services.
That's right.
Okay.
Avighna Solutions is basically into the aspect of business consulting, and that what it does, where the various companies. Because I have experience of so many countries, I understand the peculiarities of each and every country. So there are many with the global trend that's happening. Many of the people want to expand their businesses in different countries because the world has become very small nowadays because of the communication lines that opened up, the technology that opened up, the connectivity that's opened up with so many countries. And that's where my expertise comes in, and I always like love to say that that's where I can work along with anybody in any country, and that's what I bring on the table. So business consultancy comes from there. Yeah.
Excellent, excellent explanation. And explain it actually, not only explanation, I would say excellent background also to learn about how things transition from where you started and how you landed up in the United States. That's a great journey, I would say. So when did you started feeling that you should get involved in the community work, and what exactly inspired you to do that?
I think so. The community service aspect was in my blood, I would say that, because my parents used to do a lot of community services, and whatever I have understood from the time I made sense in looking around things and understanding things in the world, I've seen my parents doing a lot of community service, and that's what started inculcating in me. And I got involved in community services quite a lot. So, but around once I was in the college, that's when I was more involved with it. I started my community services back in Bombay. There used to be a big means if people from Bombay can know about this. There is a GSB Seva Mandal, which is one of the biggest and the richest Ganpati Pandal now. But that time it was very small. So I was a trustee over there for nearly 19 years before I left on my first international assignment to Dubai. And in that organization, I learned a lot. I always tell people that you should be involved in community service. It's a lot of things you learn out from there. I
Yeah.
learned the management skills when I was with GSB Seva Mandal, and we used to organize huge Ganpati events. It used to be a 5 day event, and now also every year I make it a point. First 5 days of Ganpati, I'm always there in Bombay at the Pendal serving the Lord, because I always believe 5 days of service that I give to Lord, 360 days he provides the service to me. I'm a very very firm believer on that, because my journey has been of a different aspect. A lot of hard things, hard times, and all, but I never gave up. And that strength came me from my background, my family, who are always been very supportive of me of whatever I've done. So that's where I started. When I went to Dubai, there also I was very much involved in the community service out over there. I was the president for the UAE Samaj over there, which used to do a lot of work, community services in the community and outside in Dubai for other Indians out over there. I used to work with the Indian consulate in Dubai also. And when I came across to the US in 2013, I was a bit busy on I had to set up my company for the assignment that had come to the US. And from 2016, I got involved with IANT, and
Okay.
that's where my journey started with IANT in 2016, and as a volunteer. And slowly I went up the ladder, and today I'm the president. Side by
Excellent.
side, side by side. In 2018, four of us, like-minded people, we came together, and we found out that there was no community of Konkanis over here, and that's where in 2018 we started the DFW Konkani Samaj. So I got involved in there. So my journey has been, whenever I see something a shortfall in the community, I always make it a point that we should get involved and do something. During COVID times, I was involved with another organization named Roar for Change. So we used to do a lot of work out over there for people who could not afford food and all. So we went across in COVID times also. I was in the advisory board for it, and we used to go and distribute food to anybody who used to call our hotlines, go there, distribute food. We used to give 7 days of free food to them, non-perishable and perishable both, and just go deliver them. And I always say, do as much you can. God is there to take care of you.
Absolutely, I'm a firm believer in that. And you mentioned about Konkani Samaj before we go into IANT more deeper and broader thing. So, can you tell something about Konkani Samaj activity in Dallas area?
So, Konkani Samaj, like all other non-profit organizations, a 501(c)(3), where anybody who speaks Konkani can be a part of that particular Samaj. And we do a lot of activities over there during the whole year. We try and mostly we concentrate on the next generation of people, the youngsters. And like how I said, I always inculcate that that community service is on everybody, and you will not believe today. Many of the events that we organize are in charge. The leads, what you call, in some of the departments are done by the youngsters. They themselves come ahead and they say, "We want to do this and do that." And I always try to what you call. Thanks, Rajiv. And that's I always try to see to it that how they can come, because I believe that how I have done it, why can't they do it? My kids have also done it. My son has done a lot of service. My daughter also does a lot of community service. My son has actually got the Presidential Gold Medal for
Wow.
volunteering, because when he was in high school itself, he had probably crossed more than 1,000 hours of this. Because wherever I used to go, he used to go. And he is also part of many of those various other organizations where he goes and he does services. So my kids, I always say, if you are doing it, your kids will look at you, and they will always follow you. So you have to start the trend. If you don't do that, your kids are not, you cannot expect your kids to do that. So that's
Absolutely.
where my Konkani Samaj has always been supportive. And today I'm proud to say that at India Association also, in the 63 years history of IANT, I am the first Konkani president of IANT. So that was something even shocked me when I came to know, when I was told about this by someone. So we had many people from Karnataka as a presidents, but not anybody who's a Konkani. So
Konkani.
that's something which I say. And when the kids see that, they tend to follow that, and they still do. They will not be independently. The youngsters in the Konkani Samaj take care of food drives. They have been doing this Seva Diwali for the last 3, 4 years. It's managed totally by the youngsters. And last to last year, we were the highest collection of food. The number of meals that we could collect was the highest in whole of Dallas. That's what we were told by
Incredible.
the Hunger Meetup team. So it's all kids. You have to just push them in the right direction, and you will be very proud when you see the results. Just don't underestimate them. They have huge potential.
Yes.
Push them in the right direction, and that's it. Nothing else you need to do. That's how my Konkani Samaj has been done. We do a lot of activities. We every month we do bhajan at everybody's house. So anybody who calls us, every month we have a different person. So we have like a line of, we have already booked till around October or November. So that's
Wow.
how it is. So people book in advance as such. And so we try and do whatever we can, I would say, Rajiv.
I'm very much biased to the Konkani community because I grew up all my childhood on the coastal Karnataka, and major part of my childhood is in Udupi, just like you. You are
Oh,
born in, you are, yeah, you are from Udupi. So I was all my childhood and everything, and all my neighbors were only Konkanis. And that is why I was so excited. And of course I do read about the Konkani's Samaj activities, which is incredible, which is great. So IANT, let's come after this small break, and we'll talk about IANT. Let's take a quick break and come back.
sure, Rajiv.
है मेरे प्यारे वतन, है मेरे बिछड़े चमन, तुझको दिल को दुबार, तू ही मेरी आरज़ू, तू ही मेरी आबरू, तू ही मेरी जान। ऐ मेरे प्यारे वतन, है मेरे बिछड़े चमन, दिल कुर्बान तेरे दामन से जो आए उन हवाओं को सलाम तेरे दामन से जो आए उन हवाओं को सलाम चूम लूं मैं उस जुबान को जिस पे आए तेरा नाम सबसे प्यारी सुबह तेरी सबसे रंगी तेरी शाम तुझ पे दिल कुर्बान तू ही मेरी आरज़ू तू ही मेरी आरज़ू तू ही मेरी जान
A beautiful song sung by Mannade ji, and little older song, but still talks about the country, our country, India. So let's continue our discussion. Welcome back to the show, Rajiv, after this small break, and it has been a pleasure listening to you about your journey and also about the Konkani Samaj activity in Dallas area. That's incredible. I was very pleasantly and actually I was inspired the way how the kids are contributing towards the volunteering services, as you rightly mentioned, if you direct them in the correct direction. So that's incredible the way how they act, and of course, as you rightly said, we cannot underestimate them because they have huge potential, and if you steer them in the right direction, you can get the throughput really in a very positive way. So let's continue our discussion. I know that you mentioned about IANT. You have been associated with them since 2016. तो दर्शकों को बताओ, IANT का फुल फॉर्म है इंडियन एसोसिएशन ऑफ नॉर्थ टेक्सास, और उसके बारे में हमारे प्रेसिडेंट साहब बताएंगे, मिस्टर राजीव कामत. सो व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इज IANT, और what are the main activities in IANT?
So, India Association of North Texas, like how I said, it started was started from 1962. So we are in the 63rd year of its 63rd year of helping the community as such. It is basically India Association is the umbrella organization of all the Indian associations over here, Indian non-profit associations over here. We work very closely with all of them because what happens is every organization, like how I said, Konkani Association only deals with Konkani people. The Marathi Association will deal only with Marathi. The Gujarati is only with Gujarati. Or there are state association that are there like MPAD or UP or Rajasthan and all that stuff. So for in that, what happens is most of these association are specific to a particular caste, religion, or a particular state. But India Association is look at everybody as a whole as an Indian. We are a non-religious, non-partisan non-profit where we only consider as Indians, and we have a board of trustees who manage this every year, and we have a very structured sort of a working where handholding is done at every point of time so that the process, the ideologies of what India Association stands for is there. And that is where we basically do a lot of services to the Indians in the North Texas area. It also becomes a very good avenues for the local authorities over here. So we work a lot with the Indian consulate. as such from Houston, because anything related to Indians over here, we help them. We hold the counselor camps on a regular basis as and when possible, and based on the availability of the consular staff, we hold it at INT office, and that helps a lot of people. And they don't have to go all the way to Houston, or they are not have the stress of sending their documents to Houston and all that. Just to give an example, in November, normally we have a life certificate which is needed by pensioner, people who get pension back in India.
Okay.
So we had nearly 280 people who came in. We had on that one particular camp only for life certificates in the month of end of November, start of December. You will not be 280 people approximately came in, if not more, just to get the life certificates done. So imagine, and they were like old people, and one of the person who had come in was 101 years old. Uh,
Wow.
so imagine, and they were like, and what happens is the and we are all volunteers, and we are all people who have been really settled down in our own life. We are very happy in what we are doing, but everybody has this passion of helping the community and doing community service. That's the reason they get into INT. And we celebrate most of the national events. Like we just now recently celebrated the India Day, which was on 1st of February. And post-COVID, this was the biggest event that we had. We had more than 80 plus performances that was done by more than 850 community members. So you can imagine singing and dancing by so many groups from 11 o'clock till 9 o'clock. Like every minute counts for us. And that work we start in October of last year. That's where we
Wow.
culminate in this India Day. Now we on 8th of March, we are having the International Women's Day. So International Women's Day was it's on 8th of March at the Meridian in Fairview, Texas. It's in the morning from 10 to 1. So that's where most of the ladies, the women, Indian women who are there, they are there, where they get to meet the cream of people out over there. And they get that morale boosting panel talks or the keynote speakers. We have the Consul General of India coming across for that event. And more or less, we also have like the Woman of the Year being awarded. So every year we have a nomination process where people can recommend. So you can recommend, anybody across the viewers can recommend names of people who can basically what do you call whom they think would be the ideal candidate as a Woman of the Year based on the concept of that is being. So every year there's a theme which is there, and based on that is what we have the Women of the Year event. This month, actually February 15th, yesterday was supposed to be the FBI event. I was working with the DOJ to get the FBI over here with the because there's a lot of frauds that are happening, scams that are having through AI. So we work a lot with the DOJ, the local PDs, the FBI, the directly with the DOJs, and we bring them from DC over here to give those information to people one to one. So it's like a 2 3 hour session where people can get to meet the FBI, speak to them, ask them questions, understand how they are, because there are many people who defrauded. So they said that they would like to come, and that was a great thing for us also. But now with the change in the system, a lot of changes happening.
Changes.
They have postponed it for some more time. So we will have that in 3 4 months. Post that, we have community services and that happens where all the organizations that are part under our umbrella, we have around 130 organizations whom we work with. So they all work with in the whole year round, because if any Indians calls us on our hotline, we have an our IANT. If you go to our IANT website, iant.org, you will come to know what all activities we do. In that, one of the most important is that the people give a call to INT office for any help. So because we know all the non-profits and the organization that give specific help, like for example, there are women who give us a call for some issues. So like women abuse or something, then we connect them to an organization named Chetna. If there is anything related to any other organization which is related, suppose somebody is a Konkani, then they will INT will call the Konkani association and say, this is the person who needs your help. Will you be able to help them? There are students over here. We work with the college students a lot, with all the five colleges that we have. So we work with the ISA, the presidents of them, so that if any Indian student has any issues over there, we are there to help them. And we try and connect them. We connect them. Like there are many sometimes parents who give us a call and say that, hey, my kid is not responding. Can you help us something? So we go there to the college, to their dorms and see, hey, everything is good or bad. Or if there's any issue, then we take help from the local law enforcement and we help them out. So those are those things that we do. Other than that, we also have medical camps that we hold for people over here. So we partner with TIPS, the Texas Indo Physician Society, or we like this year we had last year we had a tie-up with Baylor Scott and White, where we held two medical camps where we give free treatment to people. So we had around 17, 18 top specialists from Dallas, Indian people from who have been in various departments. Like for example, somebody will be good in diabetic, or somebody will be heart diseases, somebody will be in say nutrition, or somebody will be um, uh, anything on a gynec or anything you name it, and there are 17 to 18 people who are there, different doctors. So anybody who comes and gets free treatment. So we have around 150, 200, if not less, people who come across over there and they take free treatment from all of us. And then other than that, we also have the biggest event that we have in Dallas is the Anand Bazaar that is being done. So the Anand Bazaar is basically celebration of India's Independence Day. And imagine the Consul General of India saying that in the out of the seven states that he manages, the Consul General has told us that the biggest ever he has seen is this Dallas event that IANT organizes. So that's a big thing. And in this, I would say that there are many other small events that also we do. Other than this, we promote a lot of Indian culture across over here. For example, what happens is anywhere, like you mentioned about FC Dallas. Now we also have every game, like football is FC Dallas. Then we have the baseball game at Frisco Rough Rider Stadium. We also have done with the National Cricket League. We also done with the Major Cricket League. So any of these events that happen over here, we work with those local organizations and we basically try to promote India and Indian culture at all these events. They actually have an India night specifically for us in all these events. Now, that is to not happen earlier. That's happened from last a year or two, and that's a big thing. So we want to promote India because India makes a lot of difference to US, and how much ever we can try to promote India, that's going to help all of us Indians in any manner possible.
That is
And we have to change the image that we have, and that's where we come in, where we work with all these people, and we also give like Thanksgiving meals, right, to police department,
right.
because the law enforcements have been really helpful to us on most of the times. So law enforcement, we provide around more than 450 meals to the law enforcements over here. We have the senior citizen forum, where we hold get-togethers of senior citizens as such, where everybody, the senior citizens come together and they will have a lot of fun and all happening in. So last year we had a tie-up with McDonald's, and we had this McFlurry Grandma scheme where AI was used as a technology to bring the younger generation and the older generation together. The biggest problem is the communication gap. So we identify these small things and we try them to resolve them. So imagine a 60-year-old lady or a 70-year-old lady who cannot speak English, right? Because they are from India and they come here, they don't know how to speak English. And the first generation kids who are born across over here, they don't know Hindi sometimes as such, or the local languages what they speak in. But imagine when they will make a statement in, say, English, and that gets converted to, say, Telugu or Gujarati or Hindi. And when they listen, and whatever they have to tell, it comes from their heart, and that exactly goes back to them. And vice versa, when the grandparents used to speak in a particular language and that message goes to them in English, they are so means I literally have, we had seen tears in so many people's eyes, right? That is what we are there for. IANT is to there to make that difference to people, and represent the Indian community. We also do, other than the senior forum, like I've spoken to women forum, senior citizen, and the youth forum. We also, INT is also part of the Mahatma Gandhi Memorial, the statue of Mahatma Gandhi that you see in Irving, right, at the Mahatma Gandhi Park. So it's a collaboration between India Association of North Texas and another organization named IAFC. We both had come together to have this statue being put up at Irving at the Mahatma Gandhi Park, and this is one of the biggest statue of Mahatma Gandhi in the whole of the US. And that's a very proud moment for us because it is in Dallas. That
Yeah.
is what we always believe, that whatever has to happen, Dallas has so much of potential. We are
Yes.
just trying to push that potential to the maximum and get the maximum mileage for the Indians in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Beautifully explained, Rajiv. Let's take a quick break and we'll come back again.
Yeah, sure.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. Sim sim pola pola, sim sim pola. Sim sim pola pola, sim sim pola. Fine flat flute, pipe, petola petola. Drum drum duplex, simbola simbola. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna. We want to go. Are bolo bolo. America, America, America.
लंदन देखा, पेरिस देखा, लंदन देखा, पेरिस देखा और देखा जापान। माइकल देखा, एल्विस देखा, सब देखा मेरी जान। सारे जग में कहीं नहीं है दूसरा हिंदुस्तान, दूसरा हिंदुस्तान, दूसरा हिंदुस्तान। ये दुनिया एक दुल्हन, ये दुनिया एक दुल्हन, दुल्हन के माथे की बिंदिया। ये मेरा इंडिया, ये मेरा इंडिया। I love my India, I love my इंडिया
ये दुनिया एक दुल्हन, ये दुनिया एक दुल्हन, दुल्हन के माथे की बिंदिया। ये मेरा इंडिया, I love my India। ये मेरा इंडिया, I love my India।
जब छेड़ा मल्हार किसी ने
झूम के सावन
आग लगा दी पानी में जब
A beautiful song from the movie Pardes, डेफिनेटली हरिहरन एंड कविता कृष्णमूर्ति की आवाज़ में, लेकिन बहुत लंबा गाना है तो थोड़ा सा ही प्ले किया जस्ट टू शो दैट इट इज़ अबाउट इंडिया। हाँ जी, वेलकम बैक टू द शो सारे दर्शकों को। थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर ब्यूटिफुल कमेंट्स हियर एंड आई जस्ट रीड आउट couple of them. Congratulations Rajiv, best wishes for your new role, you are a true servant leader. And then great going, community service indeed teaches us a lot. And so today it's Rajiv calling Rajiv. Okay. So it is true, it is Rajiv calling Rajiv, and we have a great leader here in front of us. Very inspiring stories, very interesting activities उन्होंने बताया है जो IANT यहाँ पे कंडक्ट करती है डालस में. And as if people have just joined, IANT stands for Indian Association of North Texas, and जिसके जो अभी प्रेसिडेंट है, करंट प्रेसिडेंट जो राजीव कामत जी जो हमारे साथ आज जुड़े हुए हैं. तो चलिए आगे बात करते हैं. सो ये नाउ हाउ मेनी मेंबर्स आर देयर इन IANT एंड हाउ इट इज स्ट्रक्चर्ड, यू नो?
INT, India Association is basically has around 60,000 patrons that we can do, and we connect to most of them through our newsletters because our newsletters goes every 15 days or so to all the members, updating on all the events that happens across over here. So anybody who wants to be updated on the Indian stuff, I would always request them to go to iant.org, be a member if possible. Otherwise, at least be connected on the newsletter, so you are aware of any counselor camps happening, medical camps happening, or any other event of any other associations. Because most of the associations whom we are connected, they send their flyers to us. We update of all the events that happen across over here, and we share that in our newsletters. Another important, we also give a lot of, there are many of our sponsors without which we cannot have the India Association operations happening. So most of the sponsors also give some deals across to our people, Indians out over here. We share those deals across. So a lot of important information is given across in the newsletters to everybody.
Wow, it's fantastic. And
on the structure, I think on the structure, if you, are you referring to the structure of how IANT works?
Yeah.
Okay, so INT is run by the board of directors. So the board consists of executive board and the balance of the board which is there. So we have a 17-member board that works into that. We also have the trustees. So trustees are people who have gone through the board and become the presidents. They continue as trustees across to us. Then they are always there to guide us and show us the right path, because INT has a particular vision or has a particular mission that has to be done. and they are the people who guide us on every aspects where if we are deviating from that particular mission and what we are there for, they are always there. And we also have like the trustee emeritus. Emeritus are there are some of few of them who have been there very, very long with IANT. Like one of them is the founder of IANT. So they are there many years back. That's where they are there as an emeritus. We have the trustees and we have the board. And in the board, we always have like we have our past president Sushma Malhotra, who was the president last year. So she guides me in case I am going wrong anywhere. Last year, I was the president elect for India Association. So I was, as a president elect, I was the chair of all the events that happened in 2024.
Okay.
All the events that happened in 24, I was the chairman for all that. And now when I'm a president and I have Mr. Mahendra Rao, who is the president elect, who's there. So he is chair of all the events as such. And this year's board is represented by like every state has been represented, and as many religions possible, we have got people on our board for this year. So that's what we are proud of. And we have a fantastic team who works day in and day out to make all these events possible.
So this IINT is only responsible to cover the DFW area, or is it
Not Texas area, yeah.
not Texas or North Texas area?
Not
Okay.
Texas, yeah. So
Okay.
India Association, India Associations for all the Indians. North Texas is the region of where it is coming.
Okay. Okay. Great. Great. So what are the future plans of IINT in the coming days?
So the future plan is basically by how trend happens and all. My basically plan for this year, along with the future presidents, are planning to. We have plan. Our vision is basically to focus on how technology can be embraced, because today is a technology world. What we used to do earlier and now is totally different. So we are changing with the times, and we are trying to see how we can embrace technology in our workings. Fostering inclusivity. Now we have made our name as an Indians out over here, but how we connect to the local non-Indian community is also very, very important, because we work a lot with them. So we are trying to foster inclusivity in all of the working. And basically, we more introducing on enhancing the educational and social program for our members. Example, just to give an example, when we were 2, 3 years back, we had a tie-up with University of Dallas. It's a private university over here in Irving. So University of Dallas we used to partner with them, and any of our life members used to get a huge discount for any of their things. So they used to get a like our life membership would cost $500 as such, but when they used to go there, they would get a discount of nearly 6,500 to $7,500 at that particular point of time.
Wow.
So that's where we are trying to put these things in place. We are working with UNT, UTD, UT Arlington, and SMU on that. So at least we are able to get some tractions with UT Arlington, UNT, and UTD. And we are trying to get back onto the other organizations. So those are those connect where we can have, like how I said, the future is in the youngsters. So how we can make them more educated and to get better deals for them, because anybody who comes across for jobs over here, and they really work very hard. Indians, they always show that they are happy, but they are always working so hard, and that's where I always tell US, for US, India is very important because Indians have worked very hard and brought what it is. In the US has given opportunity, but that opportunity, I think so, the Indians have grasped a lot. And that's where we at India Association try and help them in any manner possible where we can make things better for them and wherever they can save money as such.
Yeah, actually, you stole my. I was about to talk on the technology side. Are you planning to do anything on the because AI is becoming so prominent and so important right now these days, and also it's like a trending thing, in the whole globally speaking, and definitely India being with such a very strong and powerful, skilled manpower and resources, as you rightly mentioned. US needs Indians and India needs US. It's a two-way, mutually
It's like a partnership with each
it's
other.
a
Yeah.
partnership thing. Yeah, absolutely true. I
I
think
would
very
I
well.
would normally use the word wedding because it's like they have to be wed together to do that. But yes, I always
Yeah,
believe, Raju, one thing is AI is very specific, but there are a lot of things which AI cannot do. The human touch that
yes,
anybody can do, or the personal touch which is needed in anything that you do, comes from
absolutely,
people. And that's
absolutely.
what we are there. You, me, anybody out over there will make that difference. So nobody should get scared of AI, but
No.
if we change, that's where we should be scared of. So I
Yes,
always say
yes,
AI is there, use it for our benefit, not
yes.
for our this.
Yeah, AI should not take us for a ride, or take us into the control, but we need to control the AI to our needs, and I think that's what very well said, Rajiv.
And
So
today, if I can just add one more thing, Rajiv, see, I always tell,
please,
like, in case, I always tell everybody, and this is my request to every Indian out over here in the North Texas area, is that come together. This is our home that we have chosen ourselves to be around. Make the community great. Make as much ever you all can come together and work, you will make a difference. Individually, we cannot make so much of difference, but if we come together, I can tell you so much of differences can be done. So let all come together, get involved in as many Indian communities events that you're possible to attend, because that will make a difference to your kids, because the kids should be able to connect to India, and they can do that only through the events that is organized by all the Indian associations over here, because they work hard. There are so many volunteering opportunities with India Association. Please do come in. When you volunteer over there, you'll get to learn, like how I learned my managing skills from when I used to do the Seva with GSB Seva Mandal. In the same manner, you can learn a lot, and that's where the main crux is, that don't look at any non-profit as like, okay, we have to go there. No, understand, it's a lot of knowledge and energy that comes across, and every community makes that difference. That's something very passionate. I would request everybody to please come together and make that difference to yourself and other community members.
very well said, Rajiv. I think we are almost at the end of the segment now. And any special message that you want to share to our audience?
I think so. My last message covered up everything on that.
Okay,
This is what I think. But
great.
yes, again, if anybody needs any help, we are there to help. In me as personal, also personally, I'm always there to help any Indians out over there. Or India Association also is there. But get involved, because future is there. Today, I may be the president. You can be the president tomorrow too. But you
Absolutely.
have to work from the grassroots levels to come up. So do that and always aim at the top. And one day you will be there. Nothing is impossible. And I always tell every Indian out over here, always be an influencer, not the
Absolutely.
influenced, because
Yes.
that is most important.
Absolutely. Very well said, Rajiv. And thank you so very much for joining us today on our channel, Bharat Anveshan,
My
and
pleasure, sir.
sharing your knowledge of the journey, how you carried from Mumbai to North Texas in Dallas, and now achieved the position of being the president of Indian Association of North Texas, and how IANT is making a difference in the Indian community, and how you are addressing the people out there to come and support and grow with the association. That's incredible, and thank you so very much. And thank you all the audience for joining us today to watch this fantastic show that we had with Mr. Rajiv Kamat, who definitely is an influencer, who definitely is an inspiring personality, and because we can see from his work how he started and how he grew in within this community, and making himself at the top of the association. And with that said, Bharat Anveshan also would request all of you to join the Indian Association of North Texas Association if you have not done already, because as Rajiv mentioned, it is a great learning experience, and I have joined as a life member there already, and I have been attending some of the events, not all the events, depending on the travel schedule, but it is definitely worth, I would say, to go and share your experiences, and also have your helping hands as a volunteer, because it is not only just the volunteer work, it is the learning that you do on every moment that you serve the community. With that said, once again, one more episode I'm going to end today, but next week we are bringing another personality from India. So please stay tuned with us. But जाने के पहले एक छोटा सा हमारी तरफ से, जहाँ पे भी रहिए, खुश रहिए, तंदुरुस्त रहिए, और फ्रॉड से हमेशा बचिए. And don't be greedy, because greedy will take away your health as well as wealth. With that said, thank you very much. Namaste.
Thank you, Rajiv.
Thank you.